if he end up with a -5 in a minute?
Hard 30 tonight.
First of all, I don't believe in numbers.
Don't get fooled. Grab a drink, because this is Hangover Time.
Motion Skills in the chat says, let's see if Alf pussy ass shows up. Guess what, motherfucker? I'm here. Are you fucking kidding me, you fucking punk bitch? Don't you ever listen. I swear to God. I'm Hangover Time is done. This is the last post-game Hangover Time ever, but I can't wait. All you fuckers talking shit to me, we are gonna have watch parties next year. I will give you the address. Come talk that shit to my face. Anyway, Heat lose. Heat fucking lose. Motion Skills. Let's see if Alf pussy ass shows up. I have been. How many fucking post-game shows have I done after losses? Listen, I have a life. I have fucking responsibilities. If I miss a game, it's not because I'm scared to show up. It's because, unlike you, Motion Skills, I have other shit to do with my fucking life. Anyway, on to the fucking game. Like, listen, I've been doing this shit for how many years now? And the way you fucking punk some bitches talk shit out there on Twitter with this is one of the reasons I'm so glad I'm done with this shit. I'm so glad I'm moving the fuck on because you motherfuckers talk wild. Y'all talk fucking crazy. And if you saw my 6 foot, 250-pound ass in your face, you wouldn't say a goddamn fucking word. But y'all with this fucking social media and y'all hide behind these fucking fake avatars and these fucking screen names. Y'all talk all that crazy shit. Listen, that's cool. That's fine. Hangover Time has been a fucking blast, but you motherfuckers ruined the shit for everyone. Anyway, good fucking game. How many fucking times are the Denver Nuggets gonna let you in and say, hey, take the fucking game from us? Take the fucking game, Jimmy Butler. Bam Adebayo, make a baby hook. Make a fucking layup. How many times? I promise you we won't make a three. Denver Nuggets, I promise you we won't make a three. I promise you we're gonna keep letting Michael Porter Jr. shoot fucking mid-range jumpers. I promise you. Just take the fucking game. You can have it. Like, how many times are you gonna do that? And you know what the Heat did? Nothing. And listen, we're gonna talk bigger picture. But one thing Hangover Time has always been is a post-game show. We talk about the game we just fucking watched. Bigger picture, what a great season. What an amazing season. Like, these guys have given us so much fucking joy as an 8th seed. But to do what they did tonight and just shit themselves over and over again. And Jimmy Butler, I know you ain't right, brother, but goddamn, like, throwing the ball away? If you ain't right, a fadeaway three with down three, like a turnaround jump, like what are we doing? Like we did not play Miami Heat basketball down the stretch, and that is the biggest thing that fucking frustrates me. Like after an entire postseason of building on all this Heat culture shit, like down this stretch, we did not play like the Miami fucking Heat. We played like fucking assholes, and we went out sad. Like really, really fucking sad in a season that deserved a lot better effort and a lot better game than the way this shit went. 94-89. What is it? 1997? Take me out, Brian. Fucking hell, man. A turnaround three from Jimmy to win the game. Like, what are we back in November? Like, what are we doing? I thought we had gotten better than this. Like, what are we doing? And Jimmy, like that turnaround that you've been hitting in the lane, shoot that instead of traveling, they didn't call it, and then throwing the fucking ball to KCP. Like, how about that? Fucking hell, man. I am Alphonse Sidney, aka Alf954. Welcome into the final Hangover Time. Final Hangover Time post-game show. It's been a wild run. It's been a fun run. We haven't won any titles as Hangover Time, but
made it to the big show.
Made it to the big dance.
Couple conference finals.
So we're conference finalists. Conference
finals.
Winners, champions.
We've had a good run. If you're watching live on Twitch, twitch.tv/Miami Heat Beat, continue to subscribe because we will still be creating content on our Twitch channel. You will still see me from time to time. I'm just not dead. I'm not committing myself to a post-game show next season. I just can't fucking do it anymore. Also, we have our Pride event coming up. Make sure you stay tuned into Twitch because our Pride event is going to be
a nice shirt.
Yes, I designed it myself. Fuck you, Brian Goins. Keep tuning in. We're going to have our Pride event. Our Pride event is always star-studded. It's always a lot of fun. We raise a lot of money for really good charities, really good causes. So come check us out. I believe that's going to be what day, Brass?
To be
determined. Listen to the pre-show meeting. Also, I think G was just trying to say that shirt is available for purchase.
I thought we had a date. Is that not a thing?
Well, we'll talk about that after.
We have a tentative date. We didn't run it.
We have a tentative date.
Okay. What is a tentative date, G? You can say it. I don't care.
We have it'll be the week of the 27th.
I believe the 27th of June.
We believe that we're shooting for the 27th.
But we will confirm shortly.
Yo, hold on. We have I don't like stopping the show like this. Himmy Freeman just gifted 50 subs.
Holy shit.
Moose.
I gotta hit him.
Do your best
you gotta
one.
Hit him 50
Moose.
times.
This has to be the greatest. Take him in, Brass. This has to be the greatest strip drop ever.
Really
oh my God! Don't turn this shit over like Jimmy.
Gonna have like a whole thing later, but I'll tell you what. For the 50 subs, I'm gonna hit him 50 times with a drip drop. All right, that's one. Drip.
No.
Nice work. Nice work.
Take him out, Brass. Take him out.
Oh, Jesus Christ. I'm going to take him out for a while. We're going to see. Okay.
Send him to Cody Zeller.
We're going to let him.
Hit me
Like 3 hours later, he's going to be on 27.
Yeah.
He's going to come in 30 minutes with the final drip drop.
Says, Alf, can you read it for the man?
I love y'all. Oh, come on. Timothy Freeman says, I love y'all. Appreciate y'all for everything. This show has been such an entertaining part of my Miami Heat seasons, and I'm going to miss y'all. We are going to miss y'all, too. Most of y'all. Not that one motherfucker talk crazy to me.
Most.
Not that one Nick fan from a couple of years ago.
I lived my whole life not letting niggas talk crazy to me. And then I get on this. Tim, I get on Dolly Parton's internet, and they just act fucking insane.
Because they in the basement. They in the basement typing.
Where?
Cut it out.
But yes, we will.
Is that it? You're done, Moose, right? Okay, good.
Most likely it's gonna be.
Jesus.
Oh my God.
Jesus, Moose.
He's like a Spanish goal announcer.
Just doesn't stop.
That's enough. Last one. That's 50. That's 50.
It's gonna be. It's most likely gonna be June 27th. We're gonna do our Pride show. It's gonna be a lot of fun. We're gonna recount the Miami Heat draft. Who cares?
We're not. We're really not.
No,
we're really not.
I'll take you out again. I swear to God.
We'll give Moose 30 seconds on the draft. But we're gonna have a lot of fun. You know, our draft, our Pride show is always star-studded, so we're gonna have a great time. If
Brass
you're watching,
and Alf drag, just so y'all know.
Wait, what?
Huh?
What?
Yeah.
Alf and Brass and Drag. Is that what I heard?
Oh,
Okay.
Oh,
there might be a special edition of Peppers.
That is
Tune in.
Supporting a cause.
You don't know what's gonna happen. You never know what's gonna happen.
You never know.
I'm just trying to get.
It'll
I'm trying
be
to get
an
eyes.
all-time edition of Peppers. That's all I'm gonna tell you. If you're watching the replay on YouTube, thank you very much. Continue to like and subscribe to videos. Miami Heat Beat as a podcast, as an entity, is not stopping. We are going to keep moving. Like I said, I will continue to join shows. Brass will continue to join shows. Tiff, everybody will be in the building. We will continue to do stuff, but it's
Stream
just
Beat
Hangover
is still
Time.
going.
Hosted by Alf, produced by Brass, is going away. Draft Beat, it will never happen. Stream Beat is not on our network.
We got one night.
And if you're listening to the podcast in the morning, thank you very much. because that's where we've been making all of our money. Brass. You know what? One thing I will not do tonight. I'm not going to do who kicked our ass. I'm not going to do that. We've talked enough. Well, no, we haven't talked. Everyone's going to get a chance to go. But there's been enough negativity so far. What I want to know is what's everybody drinking and who was your player of the year? Yes, chat. Zeller kicked our ass tonight. Okay, that's the answer everyone's going to give anyway. Cody Zeller came in, and I mean, literally, if he had shat himself and sat in the fucking center circle, he would have done a better job.
That's what he
actually did on the basketball
He missed
court.
that putback, and I knew that was
sad.
I knew it was over. I knew.
The one game this series he didn't have a positive plus minus. God damn it.
You wait until the start of the fourth to bring out your worst player. That's a ballsy move.
Somebody could have slipped on the shit and it maybe twisted an ankle. It would have been better and more advantageous.
He played 1 minute, and a lot of things
round it up. They have to round it up. He played
lost
50
by 5
seconds.
He was -5. Spoelstra, you saw Spoelstra as soon as you brought him in, and he called time. He's like, "Fuck, I did fucked up." Like he knew. I was like, I could have told you.
Kevin been doing that for 9
Man,
Meanwhile, DeAndre Jordan is a fucking champion.
Oh, Tiff, gross.
Sure is.
Bond, you remember when you said, "How is he -5 in a minute?"
Bro.
That was
How
it.
is he -5 in 15 seconds?
That's I don't even.
Haywood Highsmith's going to get no run at that point. Kevin Love at the 5. It looked really good for a few minutes.
Had some really good minutes tonight.
Looked a lot better than Zeller.
I mean, I look a lot better than Zeller.
Listen, and
he's got dirt on
Zeller. And you know, at the end of the day, you live and die by Jimmy Butler.
We did.
He might have been
today.
He might have been the worst rotation player on the floor tonight. Despite the 12 points in the fourth quarter, that motherfucker killed you all night long. But anyway,
outside of like 30 seconds, he was the worst player on the court.
Moose, who's your player of the year?
I mean, that's a weird transition because I gotta go with Jimmy Butler. Like, look, at the end of the day, at the end of the day, shout out to Troppy, baby. We have no business to even be playing a game in June. Let's be honest. This is the weirdest fucking season of my entire life. It makes no sense whatsoever. The only thing that happened was that Jimmy Butler went insane for a long stretch. And even after he rolled his ankle, he was still giving us everything. He just ran out of gas by the time we got here. And shout out to Bam Adebayo, who was huge throughout the entire series, but you're not winning the championship if your best player isn't playing at least anywhere close to their best. And tonight, Jimmy was just a corpse of himself. But to even have us here, player of the year, Jimmy solidified himself as like one of the all-time greatest Heat players ever. This run was all joy. Take me out. Jimmy, thank you for everything.
I agree. I said that I had that viral tweet that Jimmy is second greatest Heat player of all time. I still agree with that.
Also,
like that man has given us that man in 4 years has given us like an immense amount of incredible moments. And he's going to retire a Miami Heat player. He wants to be a Miami Heat player. Like he is going to, when he retires and he goes into the Hall of Fame, he is going to be recognized as a Miami Heat player first and foremost. I've said it 1,000 times. Like that,
whether he wants it or not.
Yeah. Listen. Hey, if he doesn't show up, he don't show up. There's gonna be a empty Heat jersey out that motherfucker.
Still counts.
Either that or a
still buying
Portland
the
Trailblazers jersey.
What are you doing, G?
Take him out.
Take him out. Take him out.
That's not.
Say what?
I'm shocked he didn't go.
Tiff, who was your player of the
He's
year?
so bad. Like, why do we want him back?
He's the Cody Zeller.
Year?
Or you can say your player of the playoffs, your player of the series.
because I'm not.
Yeah, we're gonna have to
I'm
switch
not
it up
picking-
because
talk
I'm not
positive
picking
about a
any of
player
them.
tonight.
Yeah, I'm not
It's
picking.
like fuck these dudes.
Just say something.
Right.
Say something nice.
I ain't gonna be here.
This segment's called "Say Something Nice."
Oh, say something else? Okay.
Say something nice.
Something
Let's
nice.
get the imaging. Get the imaging.
Okay, the play of the playoffs. I mean, that's the thing. It's got to be, man. It's got to be Jimmy. But then it's like,
Damn.
I just broke a dozen eggs. So
It happens, Steph. It happens.
I think that's good. Jeff.
Yeah. Let's
Giancarlo Navas, who is your player of either the playoffs, the series, or the season?
I'm gonna go Bam, man, because
Yes.
Which one is that? Series,
during
season?
not just
Right.
a year, man. During the regular season, for most of it, he was, they're arguably their best player. This series, he was their best player. And I know that he had some shooting struggles, but what he never wavered was on defense, which is the identity of everything that they do and everything this organization's about. He's a homegrown guy. He, wasn't a highly touted, guy and really became somebody who I think everybody who watched the series recognizes how special he is. And I'm glad. I hope he retires a Heat player. I love that guy. And I think he beat the allegations. And I'm also having a whiskey on the rocks. I'm having a Japanese whiskey. Celebration, man. It's celebrating us. Celebrating a run
We'll celebrate during Pride. If I don't celebrate shit tonight. Brass.
Pride ain't for y'all.
Huh? I celebrate Pride, Bond. I celebrate
I guess.
Pride.
So my player of the year, Okay, so I'll say player of the season. I have to go with Jimmy. What he did to get us to the point that we got in this postseason, that Milwaukee stretch. Some people love to call that shit fluky. I don't believe that's fluky. We've seen him do shit like that in the postseason before. We've seen him do that shit in the finals before. Unfortunately, it didn't happen in his finals. Clearly, Jimmy is off. It sucks. I'm not using it as an excuse per se, but it's what happened. This is what happens when you get this late in a season. And when you go through, all teams but one were juggernauts because fuck the Knicks forever. But everyone else was, solidly constructed teams, should cause us fits. And for Jimmy to come in and help us take out Milwaukee early in 5 is still absolutely remarkable. But I agree with G though in terms of Bam. I do think he beat some allegations, particularly in this series. It really sucks that this didn't turn around and that he couldn't get their shit together, because Bam was definitely on track to be Finals MVP. But you needed to win 3 more games for that. Shit happens. So for my drink tonight, what I'm drinking, I looked up. I tried to find a drink that's appropriate for the end of the season, and I found a drink called Silver Linings, which is rye whiskey, lemon juice, liqueur 43, lemon juice. I mean, it was some club soda.
You had all that shit in your house, didn't you?
Yeah, I absolutely did. Absolutely. Oh, and
I
egg
love
white.
that movie
Egg white
too.
as well. Because as annoyed, as sad, heartbroken, all the words you could think of as we feel right now, give it a little bit of time, and I hope that you all, as Heat fans, can appreciate, look at the silver lining, and appreciate what this organization has helped you present to you and enjoy, because going to 2 finals runs in 4 years, Eastern Conference Game 7 last year. I mean, this is sustained yearly success. Again, doesn't end up getting a championship, but again, it's not a Mexican candle, man. Come on, I need it. What the fuck is wrong with you? Anyway, just truly be grateful and not try to pick apart everything, because I know you're going to go on the timeline. People are going to be ripping Heat players apart and wanting to ship them out and all this kind of shit. Sit in this moment. Okay, we still got to the finals again. This is the 7th time in Heat history, and also cheers to Udonis, man. It's sad we didn't get one for him, but still great to go out, and I'd rather go out in a fucking finals loss than losing in a play-in. That's for fucking sure. So
Honestly,
cheers to the
on
season,
NBA
man.
Twitter,
With a lottery pick, fucking loser.
only on Twitter is it better to lose in the first round and get to the finals.
Yeah,
Like
Only on
honestly,
Twitter.
For real.
I'm tired of it.
The Twitterification of sports is like
Wild.
It's really fucked everything up. I think Frankie, you need to go next.
Yeah.
Oh, you got somewhere to go? What the fuck you
Yeah,
doing?
dude. Draft beats got to get ready.
Yes, sir.
I
We
had
back,
no idea.
guys.
I had no idea it was next week. By the way, I am so.
I know. It's
So I have to be at the airport at 5:30 in the morning. What the fuck? Where do you got to be?
Go, Frankie. Go, Frankie.
draft
What
beat.
you got?
All right, that's what I said.
Getting on a plane. He's got to go scout.
I'm going to Serbia to find his replacement right away. I think my player of the year. I think I'm going to go with Caleb. He had a really difficult task playing out of position, and he had some injury misfortune last year. Didn't complain, didn't make it an excuse, and he just balled out all year. He was huge against the Bucks, against the Knicks, against the Celtics. Like, we're not here celebrating a Cinderella run without Caleb, without his contributions. He was great. He's, he might have complained about Kevin Love taking his starting spot privately, but he never showed it. He never pouted on the court. And I'm really happy for his year. He's definitely a Heat role player Hall of Fame.
Good answer. Good answer.
Bond,
on the board. Yeah. Tiff got it.
who was your player of the year? Player of the playoffs
okay.
series.
So, player of the year, I will give to Jimmy for everything that everyone has already said. It's not even a give to. He's earned it. I'm still very hurt at the moment, though, so that's all he's going to get from me. Player of the playoffs is probably him, too, but, not even he deserves it. I'm so sad. I'm so annoyed.
I'm gonna cry in the car.
I'm gonna cry in the car. Okay.
Bond, no, go. No, I'm sorry.
What?
I want Bond to just go off. Like, if that motherfucker just did anything for 3.5 quarters, anything.
He's been doing anything since Game 4 of Boston. Oh my God. Oh man.
Anything.
Just whatever the fuck.
Just throw his shoe at a nigga. Just anything.
Okay, I don't want to do this. My players, I don't care. I'm going to give it to Gabe, and really not even trying to be on some bullshit.
Give it to him. He deserves it.
He didn't have a good I'll say first 2/3 of the season, admittedly, or he wasn't shooting well the first 2/3 of the season. I think you saw improvement in his decision making. He was getting into the lane and was making some really good passes. Just as you don't get through Milwaukee without Jimmy, you don't get through Milwaukee without Gabe. You don't get through. I don't think you get through. The kind of the rest of the playoffs. The first 2 games of the finals, he was brilliant, and then kind of fell off a cliff these last 3 games. But I just the steady improvement, the composure. Kind of the jostling in the starting lineups, and just way to step in and dealing with a lot, going from being Spo called him a gunslinger to transitioning into a combo guard, more of a decision maker, a better pick and roll navigator, a smarter, more composed pick and roll navigator. You bitches was trying to send him to all parts of the planet. And Taiwan, Japan, Indonesia, Bali, all over the fucking place. But he's not going anywhere. He's an NBA player, and either Miami is going to pay him or someone else will. But he deserves it. And I'm just really happy.
He made a lot of money.
Yes,
he did. He made a lot of
every
money.
dollar.
I think he earned a lot of respect. And he's just a good, steady combo guard, continuing to learn the game of an NBA point guard. I'm very happy for him.
Been saying it all year. Marquee player.
Marquee player.
Did you see the slide?
I did. I put it in the group chat the other day. But I saw you mention it today. I did. Right there next to Jimmy and Bam.
Coach Lou.
I'm gonna do my player of the playoffs. I'm not even gonna do the whole season because he was a DNP for most of the season. It's Duncan Robinson. I've never seen a player over the course of 2 months completely switch the narrative from he's trash, that contract is ass, yada yada yada. I don't know basketball. I'm gonna yell on Twitter. So all of a sudden he needs to start. It's the same fucking people too, man. Never falter on a guy like I'm talking to y'all, man. The same motherfuckers on Twitter. I forgot. I'm just drinking water because I'm not doing this today. But no, for real. Like I've never seen the discourse around a specific player switch more than it has in 2 months for Duncan Robinson. Absolutely, just he went from DNP's coach's decision, not because he was hurt. Coach's decisions to people begging him to start being one of our most pivotal offensive pieces throughout the Milwaukee series, throughout the Boston series, throughout the Denver series. The only series he really didn't play well in was the New York series. And I mean, shit, nobody could shoot that series either. So it wasn't just him, but like, man, like give props to him. He's earned his contract just for what he did in these playoffs alone. At least the money for this year. We'll see about next year. But
there you go.
He deserves it, man. My other pick would have been Caleb.
Increase the trade value.
Drafting picks.
Little finesse there, I think.
So for me, I want to talk about my two guys who my agendas have been attached to all season. Just because I like to be not a contrarian. I think sometimes Heat Twitter and NBA Twitter just gets too hard on folks and just like don't even think about injuries and don't think about different other circumstances. Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson have completely changed the narrative about their Heat tenures in this postseason, in my opinion. Like I believe both of those guys have made themselves viable trade candidates. Like if you need a 1-year rental on an expiring deal, Kyle Lowry is not a bad option. Duncan Robinson, all of a sudden, at $16, $17, $18 million a year, doesn't seem like a bad fucking look. He's the only motherfucker who can take anybody off the dribble the whole goddamn series.
Did you see his passes cross court?
Yo, I mean, the passes cross court. I mean, the only person that could finish over Jokic on the whole fucking team. Don't get me started.
Did this? I mean, that's worth something.
I mean, and then Kyle Lowry showing once again that like on a title team, he has value and viability. Like to me, those two guys really kind of change their narrative when it comes to now. You're gonna have the haters who ignore everything and just worried about contracts, worried about dumb shit, worried about bullshit. But for people who really watch these playoffs, like Kyle Lowry and Duncan Robinson, and also like shout out to Kevin Love for kind of changing his narrative this postseason. Like, yo, I'm still a fucking viable contributor to a playoff team, to a finals team, right?
I want to bring him back.
He kind of turned this series around a little bit when it was like we thought it was going to be a sweep, and then Spo decided that they're going to play Zeller anyway. But yeah, so shout out to Kyle Lowry, Duncan Robinson, guys like Kevin Love. Guys who have been written off by NBA and Heat Twitter and kind of just redeemed themselves a little bit, except for Cody Zeller.
He started up here. His first game, people were like, "We found the backup."
He was the anti-Deadman, like in every which way possible.
He just became the Deadman,
and then just fucking started just fucking.
You die a hero, or you live long enough to become the
If
Deadman.
only a Theragun was in his way.
But he wouldn't catch it. I'll tell you that.
Real quick,
we lost the game by 5, and Cody Zeller was a -5, by the way.
Bangers.
Real quick on Lowry and Duncan, Kyle was said by many people to be the worst contract in Heat history, and to be their least favorite player ever. Those were conversations happening in February.
Yeah, I said
and
it.
Duncan Robinson, people hated him, wanted him gone.
I
mean, just to Al's point, like. He
still stand by
bro. He was arguably like their best player for like large swatches of an elimination game in the finals, and he's been in the Buck series, he was huge. He's been really good for them.
I mean, he
since
was
coming
good,
back.
but he could still be their least favorite player. Those are
Fuck yeah.
those are two different things.
That's
Those are
fine.
different things.
That's
Those are
Thank you,
two
thank you, Kyle.
But
You were
to
great.
say the
But,
worst contract, like I think he
Yeah, no,
redeemed
that's
it.
bad.
And
That's bad.
I think
That's bad.
I mean, Tyler Johnson exists. Like, come on. Like, let's
Hassan.
Deion Waiters.
Hassan Whiteside.
No, there's so many.
James Johnson.
The fact that
James
y'all can keep
Johnson.
naming
I think
people is
Tyler's the
also a
worst one.
problem.
It's
I think
concerning.
Tyler, but Rick, we don't have to relitigate that. But just I'm happy that people turn for the positive on Kyle in this.
But it won't last, by the way.
No,
Like, it lasted every time he hit a big three.
Exactly.
And, like, honestly, he kept them in this fucking game tonight. Like,
he was great.
He really did.
I thought Jokic was going to kill him at one
on
point.
both ends.
I was waiting.
I thought him, Bam, and Strus were the three best players on the floor today. Personally.
But they shouldn't have been. But they shouldn't have been.
And
They shouldn't
Caleb.
have
And
been.
Caleb. I
That's
agree.
the problem.
I agree.
Also, Bam
He's
scored
right.
14 points in the first quarter, I believe, ended with 20.
And then, right.
That's a
Bam-
problem too.
Bam was
Yeah.
excellent this
Yeah.
series. He was not great this game after the first quarter. Like, there were way too many of these little chip shot, just
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
put it in.
so many of him just being rushed, just
Yeah,
being
yeah.
fucking just out of, just loose in himself, like just on the block and just turn it into just smoking
Yeah.
it over, like airballing little trick. Like, come on.
But
Who's
How
Jokic's
many-
trader? He needs to go. He needs to
Jokic-
figure out what the
Jokic had
touch
that
is.
touch coming in, man. He played
Man,
water polo. Got to teach.
Right.
Bam's got to play
Right.
water polo all off.
Bam better be swimming this fucking off season, man.
Jokic
in
has
the
the
pool.
touch though. He has
Right.
that touch. move
Soft.
because
He's got
he's-
soft hands.
He's soft, but he's slow, so he's been able to, like, he's developed his game at that speed, so he has all of that shit. Bam is all like chaotic, so
yes,
Bam-
feels so
yes.
raw.
Bam's touch was reminding me of Justice Winslow's touch a little bit during stretches of this series, and it was bad.
That's not good.
It's not good. It's horrible. And I love Justice Winslow. He could do everything but that.
And you know who could use a little bit of rush, like a little bit of expediency to his game? Like tonight, Jimmy. Like
22.
I watched guys just quick jump, like Max, Duncan, guys who shouldn't be able to just out quick people.
Yeah.
Out quicking motherfuckers. And Caleb was a blur out there and could get to the rim, and
Yes.
Jokic couldn't do anything about it. Jimmy is like,
That's the ankle,
why are
though.
you like
That's what I
What
think.
no lift?
methodically working against Jokic? Like, that is to
The
his
ankle.
advantage.
Yeah.
Like, move
But
quicker,
to make-
motherfucker.
But the methodical work is to Jimmy's advantage too, until he gets to the charge circle and gives you a series of fakes.
And you
But
don't
that's
fall
what I'm
for it.
saying.
And you don't
Exactly.
fall
This
for
is
none of it.
methodical shit against Jokic.
Yeah.
Like, go. You have to go at that motherfucker.
He
gotta
has to
do-
take
Yo.
one in full speed at one point instead of
Yep.
pump faking and relying on that. Because
Or Jimmy just
crazy
could've-
with no, but at
Go
the
ahead,
end of the
Frankie.
game, he was pulling that shit. He was jumping way higher on those threes than he ever jumps. He usually
Oh
takes
my
that
God.
set shot on the three, and he's jumping so high on those threes, which is fine. But where was this shit in the paint all fucking game, all fucking?
Yeah,
season?
and he if you
Drive me
can get there, go ahead, Tiff.
No, I'm just when you said three, that shit just caused trauma. Like he took
Son.
that three, and you got Max on one corner and Duncan on the other.
So
You
that
nev-
that's the
that's
one
ne-
play
that shot
pissed
is
me
never
off.
for you. If the
That
two
pissed
of
me
them
off
are on the
on the
court,
turnover.
that shot is never for you.
There was a
so
whole
much-
15 seconds left.
Yes,
He didn't even
that's what
try
I'm
to do
saying.
anything
He didn't even
else.
give them a chance to run off of anything.
Nothing. They
To
did
get
their
in,
first
to
little
get in position
exchange.
for a rebound, nothing.
Oh my god.
Like, that
Yeah.
nigga sold, man. Like,
He's
telling
so
you.
all game. He was so ready to be done.
I don't think that
God
last
damn it,
play was
it
too
took
much on
wild.
Jimmy. Denver did some things correctly, but yeah, he still deserves something.
No, that shot is never for
on him.
you. If
I
you
agree
got
with that.
Max and
I agree
Duncan
with
in the
that.
game at the same time, that shot is never for Jimmy.
And
Like,
you didn't.
and
get
he
the
should
three,
recognize
truthfully.
it. Like
I
he
would have
should
put
honestly
Tyler's
be
ass out there
humble
just for that
enough.
shot.
He should be humble enough to recognize that shot is not for him.
See, and that, and right there, Tiff, this is my problem,
I'm good.
right? You ain't got it, right? And you hit
Love
a
you,
few
Frankie.
threes. You got bailed out on that three-pointer. You're out, Bon?
No,
Me,
Frankie.
I'm out. Love
Oh,
y'all.
bye,
bye,
Frankie.
Frankie.
Bye,
Love you,
Frankie.
Love
Frankie.
you, Frankie.
Lucy, Frankie, Luke.
I see you on draft
Frankie.
beat.
Oh, you-
Guys, can I show you something really fucking funny? But
Sure,
Right.
make me. Sure, we need to laugh.
this fucking
Make me laugh.
tweet.
What Trey Young tweets?
Trae Young.
We next.
with a,
Next
with
for
a
what?
silly little ring and a trophy.
Weed is tight, man.
A ring pop?
That ring pop ass.
Yeah.
Oh, that shit's
Man.
hilarious. That shit. That's from the
It's like his
gumball
fucking
machine.
binky.
Sit down.
Oh, girl, get out.
Yeah, that's what.
Get her off the screen.
Jesus, man.
That's that shit you need a quarter for. Drop it in, turn it. It's got dust on it.
So you
Get
put
outta
the
here.
2 quarters in at once. That's a 50 cent
Oh,
one.
Can people have some fucking self-awareness? Like,
Get
let
a
people
Brad.
fucking have their fucking moments, man.
Don't
like
let them
Trae
go on.
Young,
Talking about
who
marriage.
the fuck are you? The one time you made it to the Eastern Conference Finals was on that fucking fluky ass COVID year. You stupid fuck. Like, who are you? Who do you think you are? You are not that fucking guy, pal. And also, like, god damn it, like, listen. The Heat, okay, yeah, we lost in 5 in the fucking finals, but guess who we went through? We went through Milwaukee, which honestly, I gotta be honest, after as some time goes by, Milwaukee fans are like, yeah, we fucking lost that shit. Like, it's kind of remarkable, so props to you, Milwaukee. But Knicks fans still talking shit. Celtics fans, buddy, fucking Celtics fans will not shut the fuck up. Ooh, man, you laughing at us for fucking, winning 3 games and losing? Guess who fucking did that? You too, motherfuckers. You won 3 games in a fucking row and then you lost on your home court. You got your ass fucking
To an 8 seed.
whooped.
To
You got
an
your
8
ass fucking whooped to a fucking 8 seed. People out there saying, "Oh, yeah, it's like us. It's like we won a fucking ring too." Yeah, hanging up in the fucking rafters, because like, listen, you think going to the you act like going to the finals and losing is like this massive failure when literally you did it last year. Listen, any fucking Celtics fan coming at you talking some bullshit, just go on fucking Twitter and then search your fucking name. Go search finals and look back at the end of last year, and you're gonna see all kinds of tweets going like, "Hey man, listen, really proud of this fucking team. Really proud of this team. We really listen. We made it to the fucking finals. We'll be back, baby. We'll be
back. We'll be back."
Man, get the fuck out of here. Also, like, your fucking big 3 won 1. You went twice, okay? But you act as if you won twice.
The math doesn't work.
The math ain't fucking math in Boston.
Talk your shit.
I'm just so sick of that shit. And like fucking Trae Young, man. God damn it. Let people have their fucking moments, man.
Listen,
Christ.
let's be honest about Boston. They've won 1 ring since blacks had rights. Since they've won 1 ring since the end of like the crack epidemic. Like they've won 1 ring since like Moose was in fucking middle school. Like stop with the fucking stop with 17 rings. No. You don't get to count the ones from before you were born.
Nope.
Yes,
you don't get to count the ones before, you don't get to count segregation rings. Jim Crow rings don't count.
Which means they can't count no bill. Listen, they can't count 11.
If your fans were shitting on your center's bed, okay,
you can't count that.
Shit, you can't count those rings.
Alf, if your center had to order, if your center had to order food and go to the back and stand outside by the garbage can and wait for it.
You can't.
Again, I'm pretty sure they still do that there. It's sad.
The Emmett Till news interrupted your NBA finals. Like, you can't claim those fucking rings.
Nope.
Okay? Like, you guys have racist rings. Like, you have, like,
episode
black people were getting hit with hoses outside your fucking arena.
Yeah, you think the refs were bad now.
Oh, my God.
Think of Jim Crow era Scott Foster.
Let's take out the racism, the segregation, the fact that most of these motherfuckers had second jobs and they was out here playing in house
plumbers
shoes.
and accountants.
Right.
There were 8 teams. Sometimes there was 8 teams. You know how easy it is to win a title when there's 8 teams?
Hey,
there's 8 of y'all.
Hey, the Heat just did that. They just beat 8 teams in the East.
No, 18. You have a 1 in 8 chance of winning the title, and you have the only black dude over 6'5". Yeah, you're gonna win some fucking titles. Nobody cares. Fucking boss. We got hang a banner. Bitch, y'all hang a banner in this century without KG being gifted to you by fucking Kevin McHale. Remember that. The only reason they have a title in this century is Kevin McHale went to Minnesota and decided to gift his homeboy Danny Ainge. Who'd he get? Who'd he get? Fucking Jefferson? Like, who'd he get for fucking Kevin Garnett? Like, remember that. Like, he gifted Kevin Garnett to the fucking Celtics. It's the only reason you bums have a fucking title. Fuck out my goddamn face. Anyway, go ahead, Moose.
Well, I really don't give a fuck about Boston anymore. Like, let's just fast forward to present day for 1 second, because I want to kind of go back a little bit to what Brass was saying.
Moose wants to move past the reconstruction of the
I just don't give a fuck about Boston. Like, it's ridiculous that they're even talking shit right now. Like, who cares? But what I do want to say, because I don't want to come off as bitter, is that I gotta applaud Denver and give them their flowers, and because
absolutely.
What hurts is that it's usually Heat in 5, and unfortunately it was, in the wrong direction this series. But they have been incredibly dominant throughout the entire playoffs. They are a worthy champion. Shout out to their coach. I thought that he did a great job against Spo, which I hate to say, but he had them prepared. I think that team was just, they were the better team. This was not a case of us, completely giving this thing away. Denver was stacked, okay? This was a tall task, and they came ready to play, and, I got to give them their flowers. Like, they are a worthy champion. I'm at peace with losing to them. It could have been way worse. We could have lost to Boston. But we did it. Pick me out.
Nobody loses to Boston. Not in the last 35
Not good
years.
team.
Except for Trae Young. Except for Trae Young. Bring the tweet back.
And Joel Embiid.
Embiid.
No.
There you go. We next.
We next. He don't even know where he gonna be next year. Talking about we next.
He's talking about the Drew League championship coming up. Shit.
Hawks Summer League. We here.
We here.
Trey's gonna play in Summer League because he really wants a title.
He just needs to win something. Yeah.
You better win a fucking toupee and start covering up them spots.
Everyone's saying fuck Jokic and his dirt. Listen, everyone, I don't, I was about to say I don't like to complain about the refs. I'm actually known for complaining about the refs. Tony Brothers, to be precise. But yeah, that motherfucker Jokic should have fouled out like halfway through the first quarter. Like, let's be fucking serious.
Multiple
like, that
games,
shit
too.
was
Multiple games.
that motherfucker. I mean, just a big old fucking baby Huey throwing temper tantrums out there. It is what it is, though. Like, honestly, he's the best player in the series.
Insane.
He's crazy. It's crazy how good he is.
He's really fucking good.
Yeah.
And with that being said, had we had a little more,
I would say niggas still could have won.
We still could have won. I'm gonna give him all the flowers, but like I'm not gonna act like it wasn't what it was. Like we needed a little bit more. We needed a little bit more.
And we'll
like Jamal got some stuff.
Like,
be back.
I don't really think about Jamal. Like I don't.
Jamal Murray scored 14 fucking points.
I never think about him. Like I take him, but I never think about him.
Yeah. Nobody does. Neither does his wife.
You held him to 94 points. 94. Jimmy Butler, like, just fucking give them.
Well, that's what happens when you miss 12 layups. If you miss 12 layups, you guaranteed to lose. It doesn't matter.
He had 8 points at one point and was 2 for 15.
Yo, that shit look when that's what I said to you guys in the chat.
Yeah, and I
Yep.
said, "Oh my god."
I didn't want to. I was
You didn't
watching
want
the game.
to?
I was like, this is not
was-
pretty.
that shit
I
was
knew his
looking
stat
like
line
The
was ass.
Grudge.
You didn't even have to go look at the stat line. That shit was after every possession. All you saw at the bottom of the screen was Jimmy Butler, 2 for 14.
Yeah,
Missed
'cause
shot, Jimmy Butler.
That was
2
for
for
Stephen
15.
A. Smith,
God,
though.
Say,
There's a special place in hell for
like,
Josh Hart, man.
Man.
Someone
Special
sent me
place in
like
hell
the
for Josh
frame,
Hart.
like the freeze frame of
Oh.
Jimmy's right angled ass.
It is
ankle.
completely inverted.
Oh, that ankle is fucked up, guys.
90 degrees.
He's not going to want to talk about it, but it's the truth. If this were the
He's
regular
not.
season, he would not be playing right now.
There's also something going on with his knees.
Sort of surgery.
There's something going on with his knees. Like, he kept adjusting the knee brace in one of his hands.
That's Tibbs.
Right. He just
Probably, yeah. No, you're right.
It
listen. Like
wasn't even-
this, like,
wasn't even during the game. He caught him in the back alley at Madison Square Garden. Just started fucking hammering his shit. Just Tibbs.
It could also just be like overcompensating though too.
Tim's on some Nancy Kerrigan shit.
Jimmy land on a different court. Why?
You think you got away from me?
Why? everybody
Chris
under
wins the game
30
in the playoffs.
don't. Everybody under 35 don't get that joke.
No, there was a 30 for 30 on it.
Reminiscing all the Hangover, all the the wonderful moments on Hangover Time. We should replay this. This is not a new one. I do not want to get you excited, but I think we should replay our 8th episode of Looking Black in Time.
Screaming.
Oh,
what do you think? What do you think about that?
I would rather not.
I don't know
That
which
is
one.
like-
it is.
Really?
Play it.
Which one? 8th of this year?
Yes.
This is last season.
of last season.
Okay, go ahead.
one
They were
was
left
it?
the
Yeah,
best of
play
the
it.
last.
I don't know
Last
which
season.
one that
Yeah,
is.
no,
That's
it
such a
wasn't.
random call
No,
out.
it's tamer compared to this. But
You just had that off the top of your head, like what?
Right.
here,
Just
so
wanna
let's
pull it out.
watch this together.
I have a dream that one day this nation will rise up and live out the true meaning of its creed.
This was
Looking Black in Time.
On February 1st, 1960, 4 young black men entered the Greensboro Woolworths and sat down on stools that had until then been exclusively for white customers. The 4, Franklin McCain, Ezell Blair Jr., Joseph McNeil, and David Richmond, asked to be served and were refused, but they did not get up and leave. Instead, they launched a protest that lasted 6 months and inspired sit-ins at counters across the country. This diner owner in the city of Denver was so upset that he had his brothers come in to hurl empty threats at the protesters.
Ow, Keith.
This was another edition of
forgot we did
Looking Black in
Yo looked like he was
Time.
spitting your Sunday.
I totally forgot we did that.
Or looked like he put his.
He put
Bond.
his
He
finger
looks like he put his finger in it. He
put the
always
finger-
look like he'll
he
put his finger in it and
it.
taste it and be like,
Yeah.
"That's about right."
That's good. What's the problem?
Yeah.
That's a, you see
No,
chocolate.
no,
This
no.
is chocolate.
No,
shit.
No, you
not
gotta
heard his
stir
brother?
it.
They don't talk like that.
And then he wipes his hand with the same dirty fucking towel.
And then commits to
And then
making your
touches a
burger.
cherry and puts a cherry on your shit.
Yo, get your Olenek.
Sunday. See, that's
Ah,
Shout out to
that
Kobe
was
Kelly.
good. That was good.
I forgot we
about
did
one.
that.
I did
That
too.
was-
Bro,
Forgot
Moose,
half the
we've
shit
done
we did.
we forgot so much shit that we've
Can
done.
we play
I
the
don't
Kevin
forget-
Durant
I
one
don't forget what I.
again?
Are we doing? Maybe we'll replay a few of these on the Pride Show. How about that?
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
ass
Devin's
smack.
like,
Yeah.
what?
Well, we're yeah,
We'll
because
convene,
Pride
we'll
is
convene.
yeah because we're also going to play some clips and stuff on Pride. You know, it's going to be a real retrospective as well on Pride. Hangover Time celebration as well.
Tim said, "No, it ain't."
No, come on, it's not. Come on,
Look, Brad said it's not.
come
It
on.
ain't for y'all.
It depends on what color wig you wear.
Depends on the
Brad.
I mean, listen, how much content we coming up with in a couple weeks. All
He
right.
definitely fart on your fries.
I want to see Brad do this all night. I want to see Brad give yes, girl.
Man.
Hey guys, how about
When
for
my
one
fake
last
eyelashes
time,
start falling
part
off.
30?
Yeah, when Alf lashes come off.
Yo, shout out to
I'm gonna get them
Eric
big
Gray.
spider motherfuckers.
Go ahead.
When them strippers be wearing.
Damn,
We got
Caddy, you gonna
strippers?
lift off.
We got strippers?
My nipples out, but look at my.
Is this true? Somebody just said, just Jarrett, John Morant suspended 41 games. That'd be crazy as hell if they really just said
Did
that
they just
right
drop that
after.
right
no,
now?
that's no.
No,
I'm saying that's
He said, "No, I'm lying." Like,
He's been
joking.
teasing.
oh
Man.
yo,
The
because I was gonna
timing
say
would have been
right. That would have been
unbelievable.
perfect.
Silver has been teasing it though. Silver did say
Right.
we're gonna let
Hey.
the finals play out.
He's waiting to drop
Tomorrow
that like
morning.
a mixtape.
Tomorrow
like a mixtape
morning.
just out of
He's,
nowhere.
he's gonna drop it in 4 minutes at 12 like a mixtape, like Moose said. He's waiting.
Exactly.
It's gonna be like Beyonce's
Steve
Lemonade.
Martin.
Yes,
Is
digital
it?
drop.
Seed segment.
Suspended 41 games.
Know where you were when that digital popped. Okay.
Yo, quick shout out to a couple people. Vane Hype for gifting a sub to Jokic.
Oh, I like Vane Hype.
We have Hayden Hughes resubscribing for a month at tier 1. Eric the Great with 10 community subs, who has been a rock for this show and
Yes, he
everything that
has.
we
Shout
do.
out Eric the Great.
Shout out to Eric the Great, Vane Hype, all these guys, and
And Vane
Professor
Hype, all of them.
LAB.
Carla
Shout out Carla Tiana.
Yes.
Carla Tiana. Fate Steel Taylor gave out 1,000 bits. I'd love you guys. Congrats on an amazing season. I can't wait to see what you do next year. Hashtag Heat Beaten 5.
Cute.
And
Like that.
truly, closing out 10 years. This is our 10 years in the books. This is the end of our 10th season doing this, and I've done so with my friends that are like family to me. Alf's like a brother, even though he won't admit it. Everybody. I could go down the list of everybody, but just
she's gonna cry.
So I've already, and I cried at Nikias's message when they had Bond in, when Nikias said so many kind things about us. And he's another person that I love dearly. But thank you to the audience for 10 great seasons. Thank you to Alf and to Brass.
The Heat beat isn't going anywhere.
I know, but it's like this is the end of our
But why are you doing this on our show?
I've had a long week. I've had a long week, buddy. I've had a long week that included a lot of loss. Excuse me.
I know.
For being a little
Let it out, man. Let it out, man.
No, Hot is its own thing. Like
I love you guys.
Going, but Hot's its own thing.
And listen, you do some shit for 10 years. This is, again, from finals to finals. They won the other one that we covered. But listen, finals to finals, and
is that the Full House music?
Let Moose do it.
Gradually get louder.
But thank you for 10 years of living a dream, 10 years of meeting some of the best people I'll ever meet, to reach a lot of people, to touch people, and they've touched me very profoundly.
That's
and
a
very
lie. Touch you not once.
people DM me nice things, and I'm so proud of everything that this has become. Not just Heat Beat, not just Hangover Time, but the community around. I truly believe that we changed the way that sports has been covered down here. I think we changed the organization's perspective on digital media, new media, and I think a lot of people mimicked what we did. The idea of panels, the idea of rotating hosts, the idea of sports can be fun and they can also be serious. And the guy's gonna make me cry, but everybody that has been a part of this, thank you. Everybody that has ever supported us, thank you. I don't think you understand what it means to go from the bowels of the internet into the Heat locker room. And that was done off hard work. That was done off a togetherness that we all did, because everybody who has been a part of this has cared about Heat Beat as much, or if not more, than Brian and I. And I was able to live a dream that I thought I would never get to live. And I've done so with everybody in our audience and that's next to me. So thank you for 10 years of this amazing thing that we've created together, and love you guys. And I'll see you next year.
Wrap it up, G.
Chad thinks my glasses are foggy. It's just the grease on my fingers. I'm an oily motherfucker.
We didn't need that.
Wow.
I was giving you a hard out.
Take him.
No, but listen,
that's disgusting. Take him out.
Well, listen, guys. No, for real. No, to echo G sentiments, like Hangover Time after these games has been fucking amazing. It's been the best thing about Hangover Time is like we will always remember it as a way that we got through the pandemic. Okay, we used to go to bars and watch games with friends and get drunk and have a good time. Friends would come over and we watch games together and get drunk and have a good time. Or we wouldn't get drunk. I don't know, you guys are weirdos, but I would always get drunk. But we would get together for games and have fun, right? The pandemic, quarantine took that away from us, and that's what Hangover Time was born from. And I told my wife the other day, as I've gotten older, I have, most of the friends I have, I've known them since like 6th, 7th grade. I'm one of these old school loyal dudes. I don't make new friends. Fuck new niggas. I don't deal with new niggas. I don't deal with them in real life. Not you, Moose. Don't worry. And my wife was like, "You don't talk to your old school friends as much." And I was like, I probably talk to the Heat Beat people more than I talk to my real friends or my real life friends. And the fact is that I'm closer to some of the people on this panel right now than I am to people I've known since I was 12, 13 years old. And that is a beautiful thing. And some of the people I talk shit about social media, but some of the people I've met through Heat Twitter, NBA Twitter, and everything have become some of my best friends in real life. I say it all the time. Nikias, NBA, is a close personal friend of mine. Not trying to brag, but like legit, like I've met so many great people through that Twitter, through social media, through doing this, through Miami Heat Beat. And I just want to say I love you guys. This has just been a tremendous experience for me. And as I go on, and I'm a father now, and I got all this other shit going on, like I will always have these videos on YouTube to show my daughter. You know, like
Girl, you
I'll wait till she's like 19,
teach her American history.
I'll have black and time. I will have these videos like your dad used to be fucking kind of cool and funny and shit. You know, before I got fucking lame. But anyway, as we go out, we don't want this to just be sad, G crying. Look at the bullshit Daddy was doing. Yes. We don't want this to be G crying and be sadness. Because listen, because we've lost this NBA Finals, y'all know what time it is?
What time is it?
Y'all know what time it is?
It's about Dame time.
It's Dame time, baby. Play my music, bro. Let's go.
Here we go. We ready?
No me importa lo que de mí se diga.
Perfect, G.
Que solo uno disfruto el momento. Que el tiempo se acaba y para atrás no vea. Bebiendo, fumando y jodiendo, sigo vacilando de party todos los días. Síguelo. Síguelo.
That's Dame, all right.
Pepa y agua para la seca, todo el mundo patilla en la discoteca. Pepa y agua para la seca.
Work
todo el
moves.
mundo patilla en la discoteca.
Aunt Vince, what are you
Hot Dame time. Is that not the hard out?
We love y'all.
We love you.
That's all, folks.
See you during our Pride show.
Durian.